Hello, gamers, and welcome back to the second episode of Kerbal Space Program, Career Mode. Let's get right back into the building, and we're going to make our third rocket today. So we got the last episode, we unlocked some of this stuff for science. We unlocked the stack decoupler, the parachute, the communicatron, and the mystery goo containment unit. And that, we'll see what that's used for, but we'll go ahead and put that on there. And the communicatron will go on there as well. We'll have a fuel tank. Oh, first of all, let's do this. Okay. Let's see, we'll put a decoupler. A couple solid fuel tanks. Let's do 3 solid fuel tanks. Let's not do that because that will be a lot of weight. We'll do that, and we'll do some boosters. Let's try this. And build on this. Mark 2. We'll go ahead and save it real quick and launch. Just a moment while it loads in, get the game ready. Alright, here we go. The Brotherhood Mark II. Let's take a look around on it. See if we can get control over this. That's what I was looking for last time. I couldn't figure out why I couldn't transmit any data. So let's go ahead and 3, 2, 1, launch. Alright, so our solid fuel boosters are going now. It's a pretty good speed. Let's go ahead. Once we get to about 5,000 feet, I'm going to go ahead and start turning this. We're going to overheat possibly here. Hopefully not. Yeah, it looks like we're going to run out of fuel before that happens, so that's a good thing. And we're going to turn a little bit. Turn a little bit more. Lock us in place there. Now we're going to throttle up and ignition on our second engine. Throttle up enough where we don't slow down. And we'll start to speed up a little more. Getting out into the booster part of the atmosphere. Okay, this view, you press N to enter. It is like the overall view of your shuttle. This is our ship here. The apoapsis, the highest point of our ship's flight, we want that to be about 50 to 70,000 feet. It's getting up there. Once it gets to about 50, we're going to go ahead and press N again. R, level it off with the O there. Back to N, let's see how it's going. Okay, we're still too high. Let's see. We may make a full orbit this way. Oh, maybe we're running out of fuel. Let's conserve what little bit of fuel we have left. And we are officially out of fuel. Let's see how far we're going to make it here. Okay, while we're in space, let's go ahead and check let's observe our goo. The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. see, let's extend our let's take a reading on the crew. Transmit that as well. Let's close out of that. Go back and control this. Tell that guy to stop transmitting because we're out of electricity. Check our map, see how close we are. We're still about 2 minutes away from our apoapsis. So we're just going to go ahead and throttle down all the way. We'll bump up our speed time a little bit to right about there. We'll be re-entering the atmosphere. So we're entering pretty quickly here. And I just realized I forgot to put parachute on. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, Jebediah, we'll see you later. Yeah, alright. We'll go ahead and board that flight. So we'll go to the Space Center, see if we can't get that flight back. See if we can get the vessel back, or at least get the information back. That would be wonderful. Let's go back and let's see, did we receive any signs for that? Hopefully we did, because if not, that's going to be kind of upsetting. We did, perfect. So we can unlock here. We can unlock a stronger engine, as well as Sepratron 1, which is a small canister filled with what appears to be solid rocket fuel. Although not much of a step forward in terms of raw power, Kerbal scientists have slowly warmed up to the Sepratron 1's many uses, such as pushing things away. For best results, angle before use. So that one does not push at a very high thrust. That'd be good for while we're in orbit or coming close to the ground. Let's see, a solid fuel booster. Or we can go with landing struts, radial mount parachutes, liquid fuel engine, or we can go with nose cone as well as some. Let's go with. We need a little more science for that. Okay, looks like we're going to need to build one more rocket, possibly. Okay, we got a Brotherhood loaded up, so let's go ahead and do a little something with this. I'm thinking we'll do something like this. Put these three here, and then we'll put a decoupler on top of those, and place another set of those on there. Let's see, do we have a parachute? Now, why can't we put, because of the container, I think let's turn that back to singular symmetry. We're going to need a bunch of them. Okay, there we go. Now we'll have that on there, as well as parachute on these three. Okay, let's mess with our staging a little bit because we don't want to have parachutes going off every which way. So basically, what this is going to do is when this decouples, okay, these three will be going on. These three go at the same time. That one does, because they're connected here. So this whole apparatus here will be launched off at the same time. Yeah, that actually won't work either. Move this here, as well as these three chutes here. And we'll save one more time and launch. Alright, let's see what we can get going here with this one. Hopefully this one will work a little better than the last one did. So, as I said in the last video, just go ahead and let me know, I guess I should say, what you want to see. Oh, that could be a problem. Okay, let's go ahead and revert flight back to the vehicle assembly building. And we'll fix the staging one more time. Hopefully we do the last time. That'll go there. We'll make another stage for once that separates. Actually, we'll do it this way. That way it'll push those off. Yeah, that'll work. Save one more time and launch. Alright, R and T as usual. 3, 2, 1, and go. Beautiful. We're a little slower than the last time, but that's to be expected because we did add an extra weight, a little bit extra weight. Hopefully though, it won't have too much of an effect on it. Go ahead and take an observation of the fluid. Hold on to the data. And we'll launch those. Okay, that is a problem. That is definitely a problem. Let's go ahead and turn this puppy around. And lock it into place. Let's bring it back a little bit. So that worked out well. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit so we can quicken this little landing. Let's see, did our rocket ever come down? It's not a... Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and land that because we will get a little science boost from this unless this breaks. Hopefully it does not. Perfect. So we're gonna recover the vessel. That'll give us plus 7.8 science, which means we can go ahead and do some more research. And we wanted to do these. Ooh, I like those too. That'll give us some extra ways to research there. And will this give us a new, as well as the inline reaction wheel, which will be very nice. Okay, now that we have our new parts, let's play with these new toys we got. So we're gonna dismantle this and these, and we'll start with this basic rocket here. Now we're going to take these radial decouplers, and what these will do is they will shoot the boosters off of the sides of the rocket. 4 of them, let's just go with 4. And for propulsion, we will of course be using these again. And let's set those up for when they go off, or let's give them, let's go with an aerodynamic nose cone to kind of help out with that a little bit, as well as some winglets to help us with the steering of the craft itself. Okay, what else we got? We got these, the Unitron, okay. Alright, let's see. Do we have any other forms of electricity, possibly? We get anything in control? No, we don't have anything in control yet. Okay, launch. Looking on the pad, we'll go ahead and double check our staging to make sure that we don't have a mishap. So we're going to be launching these, and then they will fall off, and then this will fire, and then this will come off, and okay, that'll work out perfectly. So I'm going to go ahead and check these. And let's seem to not be moving at all. Alright, we'll go ahead and start out with observing the goo at the basic height. Reset the detail canister. 3, 2, 1. And launch. See that launch right there? Take a look underneath as well. Those bright, bright lights coming off of the engines. They're getting a little more speed than the first flight, that's for sure. We're almost halfway through the first layer of the atmosphere. Go ahead and throttle up real quick and launch those off. Those will fall back to the earth. And we will begin our turn. Just kind of orient ourselves a little better. Good. Alright, there we are. Let's see how we're doing here. Okay, our epilepsis is very, very high. It's going to be kind of an oblong orbit, but let's go ahead and dial our speed down so we're not going crazy here. We don't have a lot of fuel, as you can see by our liquid fuel here. Let's check our map to see how we're doing. Perhaps this is slowly going to be increasing. So we'll just keep going at this speed right here. The sun. Let's see, the moon, that means we're going to be on the other side of the planet at this point. Let's see how we're going on here. Well, we're going to make it pretty far. And our apoapsis is still rising. Wow. Crazy. Let's try this. Let's try tilting a little more. See what that does. Oh, yeah. That's great looking. That's a really good looking line right there. Alright. We're going to go ahead and keep going. Let's see how if we can, hopefully if we run out of fuel, which we will probably be running out quite soon, in about a minute, we will land, hopefully on some land this time. And let's go ahead and do an observation on our liquid goo. Keep the data. We'll use our Unitron. Extend. We're going to go ahead and crew report. We'll keep it. Check out what we're doing here. We're not going to make it in a full rotation, but got a very nice looking arc. That's for sure. we're able to dial it down a little bit more on the thrust, just to keep it in the air. Okay. And there we can see the moon, which means if we take a look behind us, we should be able, actually, there it is, there is the moon. That will be one of our goals coming up soon in this series. So we're going to go ahead and finish out through this landing process, which we should be running out of fuel any time now in 6 and 5, 4. Looks like we're going to end up landing on the dark side of the planet, which is kind of a surprise. And we are officially out of fuel. So let's go ahead and decouple that. So now we are lone Kerbal traveling through all of space. And we'll observe it through one more time and keep the data. And we'll go ahead and cut our engine altogether. That way we can speed up time a bit. Let's see, we just reached our apoapsis. A little bit of lag there. And now we'll reset the canister. Observe our view one more time before we enter the atmosphere. Speed up again. And once we begin to enter the atmosphere, okay, we're going to superheat here. So we will reset and observe it again, because we'd like to see what it's like here. So now that we're going to be landing like that, four, 3, 2, and parachute. It appears as if we will be landing on cold, hard ground. I do remember back in the day when this game first came out, when you would speed up time, it would have the effect of actually impacting the ground at a high rate of speed. So you would end up destroying your ship just by landing on the ground. It's quite funny when I used to play, because that was what would happen, and it was like, I worked hard on this. Why would this happen? Okay, so it looks like we got 7.9 science out of that. Crew report, observation, and recovery of the vessel after a suborbital flight. So we're going to go ahead and click done. And with that, that is another episode in the books. Thank you for joining Brotopia Gaming once again for Kerbal Space Program. This is TFan13 signing off.